Hello and welcome to My Side of the Bag. I'm your host, Drew Hinesley, Season 2, version 2.0, because now, as you can see, I brought along a co-host, Scott
Let's
Leonard,
go.
known to everybody in pro golf, especially everyone associated with the LPGA Golf Tour, as Scottie Worldwide. Scottie Worldwide, welcome to the show.
Oh, pleasure to be here. Longtime listener to my side of the bag and everything that you've accomplished. And we, go back a long ways now, Drew. And I, finally got you to get out of the old stuff and bring this back and bring it to the people that need it. And here we are. And I'm certainly honored and, to be here.
Well, I love that you've kind of pushed me to get this started again because there's a lot of shows out there, but they're done by writers, reporters, or even
Yeah.
just casual fans. And something we can bring to the public from our perspective is an actual perspective from working inside the ropes, working with players, and working on all sides of the game, not
Yeah.
just women and men, but also amateur, professional. We're working caddies. Not everybody is like a Steve Williams or a Bones and has a multi-decade career with a top five player in the world at worst, sometimes
Sure.
the number one player in the world. There's more of us out there in the trenches, sharing houses on the road, sharing rental cars, working off week bags, working for Monday qualifiers, and then working for somebody else Thursday through Sunday or Tuesday through Sunday. So I am excited about the stories that we can bring a little bit more of the grind. One
Sure.
of the Twitter pages that has really gained a lot of following lately is Monday Q Info, and he really focuses on the guys, but he focuses on all those mini tour guys. And every Monday, he's got a really cool story of somebody who just played their way into a PGA Tour or a Corn Ferry event. And I feel like we can bring a similar perspective, the non glamorous side of things. As much as we all want to have that glamorous job and fly in private jets and stay in 5-star hotels, the reality is far different for the multitude of professional caddies that are out there. And so I know I have my stories and I know you have yours, and I'm excited to hear them.
Yeah. No, I'm very excited. And yeah, like you said, no doubt. Was out there today. So, what I tell you is what's going on right now and hopefully give the listeners somewhat of a more inside look to the day to day and certainly provide, what I can, not only in golf, but maybe most importantly, my insights to the ladies tour, but also the men's tour as well. So
All right. So we've covered the who, that's us, tour caddies. We've discovered what we're going to be doing now. Where are you exactly at this moment?
I'm in Scottsdale, Arizona. We are playing the inaugural Ford Championship here on the LPGA out in Gilbert. I have a good buddy who has a condo here and offered his house, so it's just me here. And it is a little bit of a drive. It's a solid 45, 50-minute drive in the morning, but it's free and I'm happy to do it. So I'm right here on the heart of Kierland, right in downtown Scottsdale. So I'm looking forward to where I'm going to go get something to eat as soon as we get done with this.
All right. So General Motors, run by a female CEO, and I've got the list right here of the largest companies in the US with female CEOs. General Motors is the third largest. Mary Barra, let's give her a shout out. New sponsor on the LPGA Tour. Only CVS and Elevance Health, formerly Allegiant, are bigger companies in the United States run by female CEOs. So, Mary Barra, talk about the impact this is having on the tour as a whole.
No doubt, and obviously we've this comes off the backs of two huge announcements coming out of the LPGA yesterday. One, that the JM Eagle was going up to 3.75 million, makes it the most non-major. And secondly, we heard where we're going to play in Cincinnati this year at TPC River Bend. And then obviously, yes, this is the first year we're doing this. All the players are driving, free cars this week from Ford.
Which
Um,
is not normal on the LPGA Tour.
which is not normal. No, normally only player directors and past champions on some events get them. KPMG they get them, but yeah, most events they do not get them, and they're not provided by the tour. So I was on site last week at PV. Obviously, I'm here working this week. I will tell you this, it feels much bigger this week.
Mm.
It feels like the build out is much bigger. More top players are here. And I'm super excited about not only getting to go work, but also the golf course. And I think it's going to be a really, really awesome tournament. And certainly excited to just go work.
Well, just to give the folks that are listening that may not be aware of the chasm between men's golf and women's golf,
Yeah.
you're excited because everybody gets a courtesy car this week, and the way the men live on their tour, there's actually been some really good pranks done on some first time tour championship caddies by some of the veterans who pranked them into going to player services to pick up their rental car at the tour championship. And of course, they're met with a lot of strange looks, and the veterans are always laughing. But you live such a lavish life on the PGA Tour, especially if you're getting into those, top 70, top 50, top 30 events, that it's not beyond the realm of possibility to think, as a caddy, somebody's giving me a free car, free Lexus, free BMW for the week. And no caddy on the LPGA would ever make that mistake, would they?
No, we would know very, very quickly that here's your Avis code this week.
Just like we had a one-story high school, and we would always sell elevator passes to the freshmen on the first day of school for $5 a piece. You usually made about 20, $30 that
I
first
don't
day of
put that
school.
past you, Drew.
So we weren't as kind to our freshmen back then as they probably are these days. At least we hope so, right? Okay, so LPGA, we'll start with that.
Yep.
Nelly Corda takes 7 weeks off. Nothing changes, right?
No, no. Yeah, just right back at it. Was cool to see her pushed. Was cool to see it come down to the wire. But ultimately, I think we all knew when she got to that playoff and Ryan's putt missed that Nelly was going to drain it and bring up her 10th career win. She seems to be in such good form right now. And obviously, there's not too many people that when they're playing, you're thinking no one can beat them. And Nelly, I think, has gone back to that crest of where she was at, maybe in the summer of 21. And as we get closer to major season, I think you have to look at her game and where she's at. And, it's 2 wins already this season. So, someone that is, I don't know who's beating them.
Yeah, 2 number ones in the world right now on each side of the game have both won their last 2 starts, and probably won't slow down anytime soon. Talk about the loser in that playoff, Ryan O'Toole, who's worked very hard both on the course and in the gym to get her game to a point where she can push Nelly to a playoff, and just miss out on picking up a big W in her home state of California.
Yeah, no, I've been in a lot of rounds and a lot of practice rounds with Ryan, and I've always thought that she was one of the better players out there. That she ball striking was there. She maybe just didn't have some facets of the game, or would make a really dumb bogey out of nowhere. And she seems to have some new things in her life, maybe some new clarity of some personal things that were going on, and seems to be really, really dedicated to the game of golf. Has our friend Vern on the bag this year. And so I think they're just crushing it and they're getting along. It's 2 big golf dorks like Ryan and Vern on, and I mean that respectively because I'm one too. And I think watch out for Ryan as we get closer to Solheim season and major season. She's someone that doesn't really have anything holding her back right now. So shouts out to Madam O'Toole.
All right, before we wrap up this LPGA segment, let's talk about your employer and your expectations and plans for the week.
Yeah, no, this year working for Elizabeth Sokol, American golfer, had the big win last year at Dow with her teammate Cheyenne Knight. She called me the off season. We've been going, played Asia. It's been a little bit slower now. We took PV off, took China off, but I think this is a golf course that sets up perfect for her. She's a longer hitter. It's playing kind of long out there, but not much trouble. So, we had a lot of 5 irons and 4 irons into holes today, including par 5s. And I have very high expectations this week. And I think come down Sunday, we'll be in contention if all goes right and the caddy doesn't mess it up too much.
All right, well, we'll keep an eye on that on the LPGA side of things. At the Ford in Arizona, again, big shout out to Ford CEO Mary Barra for investing in the women's game. 52 out of the Fortune 500 are managed and run by women, 10% of them. Sure
That's
would be
awesome.
nice if we got more Mary Barras of the world to
Yes.
invest in women's sports like Ford has done this week. Scottie, thanks for joining and thanks for giving me your perspective from your side of the back.
Thanks, Drew, aka Iron Man.